y'all. Welcome back to the Brown Her Wellness Podcast. I'm your host, Samantha Edu, licensed therapist and executive coach. And today I have a special guest joining me, someone whose work speaks directly to the heart of this community. Ebony Fleming is mama to 3 beautiful souls, learning how to navigate her trauma healing while building the life she never dreamed was possible. She's a survivor of 11 years of childhood abuse, and for the longest time, she believed that if anyone knew her story, it meant she wouldn't be worthy of love. Many years later, she knows that to be far from the truth. Every day, Ebony makes intuition-led choices that lead her towards thriving in life instead of being stuck in survival mode. On her podcast, Thrive Like a Mother, she shares the resources and tools she uses on the daily to cultivate a healthy mindset and break the wheel of survival. Her hope is to give other women what they need to trust in themselves, to become their own safe spaces by creating stronger connections with and between other women that get it. Amen?
Yes.
Ebony is also on a huge mission to help other mamas heal their relationship with food and show up with confidence in their kitchen. I love it. She's bringing 7 years of her experience in meal planning and prepping as a coach, because it's not just about healing the mama's relationship with food, but also ensuring the entire family has a strong foundation to build on. Oh, I love this. Thank you so much, Ebony, for joining us.
Oh, I'm so happy to be here. Yes.
This episode today is about the everyday tools that we often overlook. It's about breaking cycles, choosing nourishment, and finding grace in the messiness of it all. So let's get into it.
Yes.
Now, we always start the Brown Heart Wellness Podcast with an affirmation. So our affirmation today is, today I allow everyday moments to be sacred. I nourish myself with intention. I release survival mode and welcome softness, structure, and soul.
Ooh,
Oh,
I love that. That is perfect for a Monday. Yes.
oh my gosh. The other day I posted one of my lunches and it was a Mediterranean bowl, and I think I actually tagged you because you
Yes.
encouraged me to prep for those bowls that I ate every day actually. And I got a message that said, "You're so fancy." And I was like, no, it's just me, romanticizing the small things.
Loving on yourself. Exactly. And as soon as you posted it, I was like, oh, when I tell you I love Mediterranean food, I was like, that bowl looks so good.
Girl, I smashed that bowl.
Yes.
I had that bowl in 3 different ways, 3 different days.
Oh, I love it. Yes. And that's the power of prep, right? When you have stuff ready, you can just mix and match and be like, oh, I think I'm going to try this today.
Yes, without even thinking about it. That's why I'm just excited to have this conversation, because I think we just don't think enough about how important that is. And it's not just about like when you don't prepare, you prepare to fail. It's really about like that nourishment piece of it all.
Yes.
Like I will sit here all day and snack on the little things around me without thinking about my nourishment and still pouring out of my cup, So I know I'm jumping ahead, so I'm going to back up a little bit.
Okay. Yes.
But I would love for you to tell our community a little bit about what brought you into this work.
Yes. Okay. So meal planning and prepping, it was not something that I saw, like 20-year-old me would have never. I promise you, I grew up going to college, did not know how to cook. I stayed in that food hall, stayed going through late night drive-throughs, right? Not great choices at the time, but knew eventually that, I am not fueling my body with what it needs. I grew up with the mindset, oh, my metabolism is fast, I'm fine,
Yes.
right? And that caught up to me real fast. My body was like, okay, sis.
Yeah.
Okay. Keep that energy, right?
I got
And I was
you.
like, oh, okay. This is not working anymore. And so I actually started to pull, I went on Pinterest. I started to look up, okay, what are people starting to eat? Like how should I be eating? And that worked for a while until I realized, okay, this is still not for me because I'm prepping these things and I'm still looking like, oh, let me go through this drive-through. I still don't feel like eating what's in my fridge. So I said, okay, we need to iterate again because this is still not it. And so for me, like I want to say like the turning point was when I had my oldest daughter. And I quickly realized she cannot have the drive-through life. I don't want that for her. Yeah. And so that was the turning point for me. It was like, girl, this is not it. We need to figure it out.
I know. And you know, there's nothing worse than prepping all that food and then it goes bad because you didn't eat it.
Yeah, because you're like, I don't even want this.
I don't even eat this stuff on a regular. Yes. You said that Cook Like a Mother was a soul-led creation, and you just shared, you know, you had this turnaround when you had your oldest daughter. What else was happening in your life when this actually started to take shape for you?
Ooh, yes. Okay. One thing that happened for me, and I'm gonna go to a place, the Black Maternal Care Health System. When I was pregnant with my daughter, I was just eating whatever, right? Just eating all the things. And we got pretty close to like towards the end of my pregnancy. I go into the doctor's office and they tell me my blood pressure is high and that I cannot leave and that I'm about to have this baby, you know, probably today, you know, if my blood pressure does not get in check. And so when I say soul-led, it was like a light bulb was like, girl, we are not eating in the way that takes care of ourselves.
Yes. And that's how it happens too, because I think that even some of the times where I can recall actually thinking I'm eating in a way that's taking care of myself. And my body is like, girl, no, you're not.
Yeah, you have to listen. It will tell you, like, this is not good for us.
Yes. And also you're making it up. Like, you're not being honest with yourself.
Yes.
Yeah. The other thing that I wanted to ask is about what does this look like? So many of us are trying to, like, just make it through the week.
Yes.
What does thriving actually look like when we're overwhelmed or burned out?
Ooh, okay. So I think, this is a good question because when you're overwhelmed or burned out, you might think, oh, the best thing for me to do right now is to push through to get through this, when actually we need to pause and get curious about what we actually need in that moment. What is going to help us reset? What is going to help us get out of that survival mode?
Yes. I can see that. Because it's kind of like you go into this freeze mode of like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's almost as damaging, if not more, than what we're already experiencing, you know.
Yes.
When I feel burned out, what I'm eating goes out the window. Those are the days when I'm snacking. I'm looking at my Cheez-Its and my chips right there.
That's going to make me feel good in the moment. But later on, you're going to think back and be like, I shouldn't have ate all those. I shouldn't have ate all those Cheetos.
Yeah. And then, like, I know for yesterday, my husband's like, what'd you eat? And I was like, I ate. But then I started thinking, I was like, I had a pineapple spear. I had some Cheez-Its. And I will have eaten all day, but not a meal. You know what I'm saying? So when I get burned out, it's like the intentionality behind it all goes out of the window.
Yeah, and that intentionality, that is important. Even so, when I talk about meal planning and prepping, it's the intentionality for those days when things happen and you no longer have the capacity to think about eating. You need to have stuff ready. Yes.
How do you define healing? How do you define healing, especially through the lens of food, family, and motherhood?
Oh, yes. Okay. So for me, healing is it's like a welcoming. It's like coming back home to myself and saying, hello, nice to meet you again. What space are we in right now? And as far as like food, I feel like the biggest thing for me is choosing meals that actually show that you love yourself.
Yes.
And so you can get to a point where you're overworked and burned out, right? But hey, I still have that food. I still have that food in the fridge that I prepped, or that meal that I planned that is going to tell myself that I am safe and that we are okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is so true. And so much of this is about reassuring ourselves that we are safe and okay.
Yes.
Like, I know you and I were messaging about the nervous system. Like, that's how we are healing ourselves, by like resetting the nervous system. You know, I talk about doing one brave thing, and what we're doing is telling ourselves, listen, I got you. I'm going to do the thing I need to do to take care of you. Make sure you are nourished and fed and well, and I promise you, I'm going to keep keeping my promises to you.
Yeah. And it's the same thing with our kids, right? Like, hey, we're adults. This is our body, right? But them, they're not there yet, right?
Yes.
They don't have those skills just yet. And so it's really important for us to not only do that for ourselves, but to start showing them, hey, this is how you take care of yourself. So when it's time for them to, leave the nest, they already have that in their brain.
That is so true. It's so true. And then it's kind of like, I know our children are different age ranges. Mine are older. Yours are younger. And I see mine now, and they will copy all the things. So I start drinking a smoothie every morning with banana, peanut butter, protein powder, every morning. Then I see them. I'm like, where's the protein powder? Where's the bananas?
It's gone.
They're doing the same thing, right?
Now you gotta get extra.
And then I'm like, we need to start putting it all together on this protein powder. Yes. But we're trying to teach them to do those things. But on the other side, because they are older, they have agency. One day I woke up and saw one of them putting ice cream in some cereal. And I'm like, what? No, wait a minute.
Let's have a talk.
Wait a minute. I just have to trust that those moments, that they will come back to the intentionality. But also, Ebony, that's the healing. That's the beauty of the work you're doing. Because when I was young, I would have been shamed. All of the things, had I done that, and what you're creating gives mothers an opportunity to step back and say, I know I created a foundation where they will go back to what I've taught them, instead of staying with these type of habits, And so I think that's the beauty of like creating healing in this way. It's not just about a meal prep. It is about changing our generations.
Yes. Oh, I love that. And we talk about healing, like not only their relationship with food or starting them on a good foundation, but healing our relationship with food and unlearning that shame and giving ourselves the trust that I've got this. I can nourish and fuel my body, in the best way that it needs.
Yes, absolutely. And speaking of that, what does it mean to thrive? I know you are thrive like a mother. I use the root framework, and the T in root is for thriving. What does it mean to thrive, not just survive in your day-to-day life?
Yes. Okay. So for me, I have like three top things that I do every single day. First one is setting the priorities daily, literally daily. Saying, okay, what are we going to handle today? Whether that be, business, family, corporate life, what does that look like? And also giving yourself grace if you don't complete everything on that list, because it can happen. Life is life, right?
Yes.
We don't often have as much control as we think. Things happen. Number 2 for me is definitely giving myself space throughout the day to breathe, to take breaks, and to have fun. I think a big thing for me this summer, my oldest being here, Girl, she has brought so much fun into my life, you know, instead of just like,
gosh.
oh, you have to work, work, work. She's like, no, we're going to the park. She got me jogging in the park, you know,
I love
running
it.
after birds and butterflies. Yes, more fun into our lives. Just because we're adults doesn't mean we don't have the option to have fun, right?
Yes. And that is thriving. It's really that's it. It's choosing to be different, to have fun, to focus on something different. Like exercising choice to me is thriving. Like, I don't know. And then I think of thriving and the word liberation automatically comes into my mind. Like, how are you creating a more liberative lifestyle? What does that look like for you? And it doesn't, you're not waiting till some end of the rainbow. Like, it has to happen every day. There are small things that you're doing to make sure your life is a life that is aligned with your purpose. That's thriving to me. It doesn't mean it's always great.
There are going to be some days. And not, let's go back. Because number 3 for me, when you start talking about liberation, it's, for me, always look for the glimmers in your life. There's always something to be grateful for. Even on those days where, you know, you're like, today was not the day, we need to restart, you know. But there's always something, even if it's just one thing. Try to start, you know, taking note of those.
Yes. And like, you know, I don't think that we realize that we can create those. I posted something the other day, like where I moved my couch. We had like this couch in the garage, and I moved the couch to face the outside, and I just sit there when it rains because I can't sit outside in my hammock. Y'all know I love my hammock, but I can't sit outside, and I just sit there under the garage watching the rain. But that took me nothing to move that couch around and create. I think the way I worded it was like expanded my capacity for joy.
Yes. Oh, I love that.
What I know, I see you posting your garden and you just got a cucumber.
Yes.
And I was like,
growing.
Hey.
I'm very excited.
I was excited for you.
Yes.
But those are like the small things that we could really go without noticing if we weren't intentional. And I just want everybody to know we all have something that we can do to expand our capacity for joy. We just have to be looking for it.
Yeah, take a moment to pause and, you know, give yourself the opportunity.
Yes. I just always feel like, you know, it would be wild to think that God is not giving us every day, every hour, something we could be in awe about. You know, if we just looked at it, you know. I can go so deeply into that. All right. So I also wanted to ask you about community. I am real big on community. I truly believe that community is what's going to heal many of us, heal the things that we've been through, and we will all do it in community. What role does community and connection play in how we heal our relationships with food and ourselves?
Oh, gosh. Okay, yes. So I want to hit 2 points on this. For me, especially in my community and Cook Like a Mother, a big part of why I wanted to start this as a group and not just do one-on-ones, because it's coming. But I was really intentional about making this a group because I feel like that group is all about making food exploration again. And I feel like there's nothing better than you and then like, you know, a bunch of other women and y'all are all putting your heads together, brainstorming. So it's not just you having to have the load of what are my favorite things right now, what flavors do I like, because that can be heavy sometimes. But if you have like 5 other women that are like, hey, I tried this Mediterranean bowl last week, they're like, oh, I'm gonna try that next week. That sounds good, right? It's about making it. Yes, it's about bringing, you know, less heaviness into the subject and bringing more fun into it. Like, okay, I'm not the only one, you know, stressed out about what to eat for dinner. Someone else is too, but we've got each other and we can brainstorm and come up with some things that, you know, me and my family are gonna love. it's also about that village, right? Like when I was younger, I was like, oh, I wasn't here.
Yes.
It takes a village to raise these kids, right? And then I got the kids, and I was like, well, does the village knock on my door?
Where's the village?
Where are they?
Village.
Hello, right? And then I realized, oh, okay, we're supposed to build our village,
Build a village.
right? We have to be in community.
Us.
No, they don't knock on the door. They don't send you an email. You have to build and you have to search for that village.
Yes, yes. I appreciate you saying that. I wanted to ask, what is there ever a time where things do get heavy in the community, and what does that look like?
Yes, even right now in my community, I have a woman who has she's beat cancer, right? And so she's gone through the chemo, she's had her surgery, right? And that part of that was heavy. And so it's really powerful to have that community embrace you and say, hey, you're not alone. We've got you. What can we do to set you up? Even if we're halfway across the world, what can we do to set you up so this recovery, becomes a little bit easier? Like, it's not going to be easy, obviously, but what can we do to make this like 1%, so that you are feeling held and, knowing that you're not alone in this.
Yes. And even that makes it so much more. I just imagine this person seeing what you do, clicking the link, saying, oh, I could use some help with meal prep, and then getting all of this, community, support, love, affirmation, validation, just being seen. This is healing.
Yes, exactly.
In real time.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, I appreciate this so much.
Yes.
What's something that you wish more mothers knew about breaking cycles of burnout, overfunctioning, or food shame? Oh, this is a good one. Okay. Goodness. Yeah, I could go on all day about this one. Okay, so first, I feel like moms need to know, and this is important, I feel like in all stages of motherhood, but life is not just about surviving and getting through the day, getting to bedtime, right? Like, yes, there are times when we need that type of day, right? But we don't have to, like, you don't have to stay stuck in that forever. You don't have to be like, oh, this is this season. Like, no, you still can make room for taking care of yourself. Food is not just about like food. It's about love. It's about really taking the time to fuel not just like your body, but actually your mind and your spirit. Like, I don't think people get that connection. Like, it's not just about, oh, I need food to survive. No, you need food to love yourself, honestly. Yes, you do. And you need food to love, like, pause. Like, to just pause during the day. I wish I had this when my children were much younger. And even because I know that there was a time where I made sure we ate at the table. Every meal was like, we're going to eat at the table. We're going to talk, check in for the day. But as they got older, those habits became looser and looser. And now, of course, the two oldest, they're 19 and 22. And so they have their own lives. They live here, but they work, and so our 16-year-old, I'm seeing her and I'm like, oh my gosh, she's not getting as much of that, good stuff, that I felt that, of just like sharing a meal with the whole family because everyone's out doing their thing, which I don't know. So when I asked the question and shame came up, I know there are times where I'm like, dang, I'm shaming myself. Because I'm like, oh, man, I'm making sure she has me. I wish I was doing this. I should be doing this. Oh, my gosh, she hates vegetables. What did I do wrong? Give me some. What would you say to me?
Yes, gosh. I would say get curious. Like, if you're feeling those feelings, like, ask yourself, okay, why are we here? Like, no judgment, right? And if it's, it's because, when the other two older ones were younger, we made more intention to be around the table. Then make time for that. Whether it's like once a month or whatever. I promise you, these kids, like, I'm starting to notice, like, they don't need stuff like every single day. We don't have to pressure ourselves, but we do have to make intention to say, okay, I can do this. We can do this once a month.
Yes.
And that will be so, yes, you have no idea how much that will impact her.
I agree. The other day she was sitting down eating, and I was fixing me some food too. And I think that usually I might fix my lunch and come back down to my office. And I sat at the table with her, and she was like,
yeah. Oh,
I
love it.
You gonna sit here? And I was like, yeah. And she just...
Yes.
She was just talking. And I was like, huh.
Oh,
I need to do this more often. And there's really not a lot of reason, like literally no reason why I'm not. There's no rush to get back to anything that I'm doing. It's not, none of this is urgent, so I can definitely see, one, I need to release the shame and actually be curious about what's happened to where I'm not doing that. So
yes.
Thank you for my hot seat of coaching.
Yes.
All right. Can you give us a little peek into what's coming next with Cook Like a Mother and how folks can connect?
Yes. Okay. So we were talking about creating more capacity for joy in your life, right? So I'm just going to say right off the bat, July, I am taking a break. I am going to be locking in with family, soaking in the summer, and giving myself some time to just breathe. And then August 18th, we are back with the next round of Cook Like a Mother. Because fall is coming, the kids are going back to school. And still, even if they're back in school, like, we still need to figure out how to not only feed them, but feed ourselves, like, when they're out of the house, and they're not asking us and reminding us that we need to eat, but asking us, like, I'm hungry, I want snacks, right?
Yes, and that's August 18th?
Yes.
All right. Okay. So I want to make sure to put more information about that in our show notes. Yes. But we end every episode of the Brown Heart Podcast with a mindful moment. So I am excited that you get to join me in our mindful moment. So if you feel comfortable, getting comfortable, finding a comfortable seat, if you feel comfortable closing your eyes, do that. If you're driving, don't close your eyes.
Be safe, y'all.
Be safe. Just notice your breath. It's a Monday, y'all. Don't be mad at Monday. If you're mad at Monday, then Monday's not the problem. Noticing your breath. Remember the last time you noticed that you had breath? Take a moment and breathe in the idea of nourishment. Not just food, but soul nourishment. Being healed from the crown of our heads to the bottom of our feet. Take a deep, deep breath. Hold and release. Think of one thing you did this week that nourished your body, your mind, or your spirit. Maybe it was cooking. Maybe it was sitting on the couch watching the rain. Maybe it was resting, saying no to someone. Whatever that brave thing was, bring it to mind. Take another deep breath, inhaling in that moment. And exhaling the pressure to be everything to everyone. You are already enough. You're more than enough. And your nourishment matters. Taking another deep breath. On your exhale, bringing yourself back into the space. Opening your eyes when you're ready.
Whew. That was such a good way to start the Monday. I feel ready for the day. Oh.
Oh my gosh, so good. Ebony, thank you so much for being here today, for sharing your wisdom. Y'all, if you want to learn more about Ebony's Cook Like a Mother program or join the wait list, head to her Stand store, which will be linked in the show notes. And if today's conversation resonated with you, share the episode with somebody who needs the reminder that healing can happen in the kitchen, in the carpool line, or in a moment of breath. You do not need some major breakthrough, okay? Just a breath.
Yes.
All right. Don't forget to review the show notes for everything that's happening with the One Brave Thing community. The One Brave Thing challenge does start again July the 7th, so I'm super excited to see all the brave things that y'all going to be doing. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other.